since the orcas arrived and started killing.
What's up, dudes?
Great whites are no match for orca, and in the wake of the killings, the sharks have abandoned their hunting grounds at Seal Island. And until they return, the Air Jaws team must find a new place to film flying sharks.
Huh. So this is a lot of melting. So guys, we're doing Optic with the memorabilia, then we're doing the Pick Your Team certified, and then we're doing Bowman Chrome half case. There's, I believe, 10 left in the random team certified. If anyone's feeling froggy. This break's going to be awesome, I guarantee it. Here's the same envelope with the writing on it, the 12-23 Optic and 3 memorabilia hits. The memorabilia pieces are in here. The only one that's been disclosed is the mantle ball. There are 2 more items in here who nobody knows what the teams are, nobody knows what the items are except me. I promise they're good. Like, nobody's going to sit here and say, man, that was stupid. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Well, here we go. I got Jerry and Bill Palkin, brothers. Ryan with 2, Kerry, Ryan, Kerry, Josh with 2, Brian, and then Mel.
It's a really good day for giving Georgie his first launch. We've had a lot of predations in the area. Conditions are perfect, and I think we're going to see a little bit of action on Georgie today. Yeah, it was amazing because no city.
I will reveal the memorabilia at the end, so everybody has a little suspense, you know.
I saw my first breach in 2000.
Dice are a 5. Good luck.
Flying out of the water. You really get obsessed because every
1,
one is different.
2, 3, 4, 5. Ryan on top, Ryan on bottom. There's your code. I want to do the next one of these. I kind of want to do these often. I think this is cool. Hopefully you guys think it's cool and we fill them that way. But if not, if you don't think it's cool, make sure you tell me that too or whatever, because it only matters if you like it.
Prey availability and fishing pressure on sharks. Yeah,
Bobby, I see you're on. I got some Optic in the shop, man. Few boxes. If you're, I know you guys were looking for something. Let's do some teams. Again, the dice were a 5. Here's your list. 5 on the dice. Teams. Yeah, man, you need to come in. How can you see it down here? Oh, you can see behind me, I guess. It's like all you see is that brick wall. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Phillies on top, Rays on bottom. There is your code.
And wow, major air on this. And that bright white belly, just amazing. I can't wait for you to see me too. What do you got? Here's our
Here we go. Melton with the Phillies, Tully with the Reds, Jerry with the Nationals. Melton goes Diamondbacks, Mets, White Sox, Angels, Red Sox, Marlins, Cardinals go to Josh Tully. Melton has the Rangers, Bill Palkin has the Braves. Melton goes Yankees, Astros, Kerry Nixon with the Tigers, Melton with the Twins, Padres, Nixon with the Giants, Harrigan with the Rockies. Melton closed out everything else. So we do know the Yankees. We do know the Mickey Mantle ball. I'm going to go get it and show it to you. It's got a full letter PSA, COA. The thing is dope. It's dope. It's dope.
How many shark formations of seals do you see around here? Not that many, really. 2 in the first 8 years, none last year, and 2 already this season. 2. That's unbelievable. Considering there's so many sharks and so many seals, to see 2 is far less than what we imagined. There's 20,000 seals in these islands here in front of us here, and there's probably between 50
There's the ball.
different sharks a year out in this area.
It's nice.
Edwards Island area has one of the densest populations of great white
So
sharks.
there is the PSA DNA sticker, obviously in a PSA DNA encasement, and then there's the full PSA DNA letter. I'll tell you this thing is awesome. This is not for 17 Bowman. 17 Bowman, this is for Optic with the memorabilia. Then there's certified pick your team, and then boom. So you got a little bit, Michael. A little bit.
Opposite of what
A little
I've
bit,
seen
man.
other grapevine shops around the world.
Then I remember things getting pretty crazy. We know we lost sight of you. We couldn't reach our radio either. Yeah, as soon as you guys lost me, that's when the Sharks.
All right.
Especially the one they call
And these boxes are coming from a sealed case. But, you know, when I was talking about doing this, people were like, what product are you going to do it with? You can do it with something crappy? And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it with something crappy. I want to do it with something good, but give a little extra to it so it is cool. You know, 2, 4, 5, 6. Those will probably go up on the shelf. Shall we open some boxes? Yes. I'm trying to do this without the overhead light on due to the chrome stuff. These are a little shiny, so I'm trying to avoid that glare. I'm doing the best I can. So we'll see what happens.
All right, yeah, let's get them out, guys.
We'll see what happens. Yep, so dude got the mantle ball, Melton got the mantle. Unless he trades it or sells it. Yes, so far we know there are 2 more memorabilia items. Guys, I'll tell you this. I don't have shit memorabilia. Like Hutmacher was saying needs to come into my store. Come into my store. I asked LePay, back when I was first opening, I was sending LePay a bunch of PMs. Like, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? Would this be good? Would this be good? Like, Mike probably knows. I think all you guys probably know me by now. I'm not the guy that's gonna. I don't put my name on junk, man. Promise you that. But yeah, I want to do another one of these. In fact, I have the product sitting here that I want to do it with. What up? I think I want to do it with Gold Standard Football, and I want to do it with football. I'll probably do it again as a half case so we can have a decent product, but cut some of that cost out by going full case and then still stay kind of close to it by adding in some high-dollar memorabilia, some good stuff, so we can get a good mix. It's kind of like a Top Cut box. It's kind of like a break. Kind of cool. And I like the fact, you know, so, I mean, I don't think you could do something like this fresh out the gates as a breaker, right? I think I can pull this off now because over these years, I think that you guys at least have grown to trust me and my judgment and the fact that I do put a lot of pressure on myself with anything. If I say, yep, I stamp this for my approval, you know what I mean? Like putting my reputation, my name on the line on it. And that's another reason why I don't have Rock do these kind of things, because if it for some reason is bad, I want all the blame on me and none on him because he'd have no control over it. But with that said, with my mind state of how that is, I'll promise you these will never be bad. The hardest thing is trying to find the right stuff to put in it to keep the price point somewhat relative to the product. But yeah, I want to try to do something like this like once a week or once a break night, Wednesday and Friday, or once a week. Just a cool break, something different. And if it's not cool enough, then go back to the drawing board. But I think it's pretty cool. Somebody had mentioned, yeah, don't use memorabilia from the teams that have the biggest hits. Like, I try to do that too. Try to spread it out a bit. Also keep in mind the reason why some of those teams have the biggest hits is because it's the most desirable players. And it may not be quantity of hits, but the best hit. Like the Angels, for instance, if you're hitting Trout or Ohtani, pretty stoked, right? There's no Angels memorabilia in this, but there could be in the future. You know what, Keith? The last one I had up was really, really solid, and it was expensive. And you know, the way they were done with only 5 people hitting, I kind of like this idea. It's like a hybrid combo, but the last ones didn't fill, man. And look, I'm just gonna be real honest with you, as a business, right? Um, Man, when those didn't fill, and with what had come from them already, I mean, I lost money. It was a big hit, and they didn't move. You know, it just didn't move after that. And it's not that there wasn't anything good in them, but Christ, man, the Koufax jersey came out, the Jordan Gretzky dual auto thing came out, something else came out. I mean, they're like, well, I ain't in no more. And sometimes with the I gotta work out some kinks on that, I think. But meanwhile, while I'm trying to figure that out in my head, I came up with this kind of idea, and I thought it was really cool. But man, dude, I just want to do stuff that you guys want to get into. I obviously sit here and love hanging out and talking to you guys, bullshitting, friendships, and whatever. I love opening the cards. Not to mention, this is my life, so I need to do it. So yeah, if you come up with an idea or you got something you want, man, let's do it. Tell me. Because at the end of the day, you're not a breaker if you ain't breaking. And what matters the most is you guys. I saw that. Vince Carter's 41-year-old ass got signed by the Atlanta Hawks today. Good for him, man. You can still post. So, dude, you guys that are friends with me and see on my personal page, last night, yesterday, like late afternoon or early evening, whenever, I saw a video where dude was calling Dirk Nowitzki a top 20 player of all time. And it kind of set me back for a minute. I was like, really? It's top 20? I'm like, dude, it was good, but man, there's not 20 guys that were better than Dirk. And so I really started giving it some thought. And obviously we were talking on Facebook and stuff. And I go out to the bar with my buddy of mine who's a high school basketball coach for the high school that I went to. Big basketball guy, you know, obviously, like me. And we started talking. And you see why I didn't get a spot when I looked. Danger? Huh? PYT certified's right after this 6-box break, Chance. Right after this. It won't take too long. But, so dude, we're at the bar, and we're talking, and next thing you know, like, we grab some other dudes, and we know at the bar, I'm like, hey, top 20. Is Dirk top 20? Dude, I'm telling you, we had 50 people. We had the entire bar sitting there doing this. Boy, men, women, it was awesome. It was the most fun. Dude, like, everybody was, the bartenders were in it, like, everybody had pads and pens out, and we're all writing names down, and where do you fit? I tell you what, Dirk's in my top 20. But it got, you know, it got to the point where after you did, like, your top 12, it wasn't really about who else is in. It was more about who's being left out. You know, and like, so like somebody came up with Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller's name comes up. Should. And they're like, top 20 for sure. I'm like, question. Do you take Reggie Miller over Dirk? None of us said yes. So if we're trying to figure out if Dirk's in the top 20, if Reggie ain't better than Dirk, he ain't in there yet. You know, we all agree. Pippen came up. Nobody thought Pippen in the top 20. I'm glad, because I'm like the biggest non-Pippen fan ever. Hakeem was in. Hakeem was in for sure. Oh, dude, Hakeem's in for sure. Hakeem's the second best player of his generation. I mean, Jordan and Hakeem are the best 2 players of that generation. I don't even think it's questionable. Barkley wasn't in. At least with me. Barkley didn't make it in with me. Other people. Barkley was a name that we were kind of 50-50 on. Like half the people were like, yeah, Barkley. I don't know, man. I think I take Dirk over Barkley. Just to be honest. Like, dude, that outside scoring ability for a 7-footer, especially when it was Dirk when he started, because he was the first one. I mean, was like revolutionary. A 7-footer before couldn't make a fucking 8-foot shot. You know, there was Hakeem. Ewing had a somewhat jumper. Robinson didn't. At least not that I can recall. Not like Dirk, and none of those dudes were doing like Dirk. Shit, Dirk will do you from 32 feet. And that fadeaway, dude, like 12 feet, 15 feet, that fadeaway, god damn, that was like the most. That's like the most unguardable shot ever. That and Kareem's hook. It's tough, dude. It's tough, but it was a lot of fun. We did it for hours. I mean, literally for hours. Pistol Pete didn't make it. I said no to Pistol Pete simply because his NBA career really wasn't that good. It really wasn't. He was so ahead of his time, and a lot of it not being that good was not his fault. I think his teammates weren't up to speed to play with him, and a lot of people said he was way ahead of his time. Pete's the best college basketball player ever, and he was a damn good basketball player. But I don't think what he did on the NBA floor, I don't think got him to a top 20 player. Jerry West was on there, and honestly, he was arguably possibly not being on there. Elgin Baylor was on there. Moses Malone. We took Moses Malone over Charles Barkley. Yeah, dude, Colby, that fadeaway, you just couldn't. There's nothing you can do about it. What are you gonna do? It's like when Jordan mastered that fadeaway, dude. Like that was an unguardable shot. Now he all of a sudden had a dude who was what 6 inches taller. Burying him? Like that's unguardable. Yeah, I think we took no, because he's gonna be number 5 all-time scoring like 2 months into the season this year. I think he's what 6 now. He's got a ring. He's got MVP. He's got Finals MVP. He's in the teams for All-Star games, and honestly, he revolutionized the game. Tell me who you're thinking that you say I like him more than Dirk all-around game, and like give me a reason because I could be wrong. In fact, I was trying to find a way to not have him be top 20. Now, Jake Kirkendall, who's a big Dirk fan, Dallas fan, he says top 10, no question, and I don't agree. He's not top 10. Will was in, and D Wade. I think D Wade was another one where 50 of us were on, 50 of us were off. Dude, then we started the conversation of, is D Wade the 3rd best shooting guard ever? Will was in, Kareem was in, Hakeem was in, Bill Russell was in, even though I don't necessarily know that he should be. I think Bill Russell's severely overrated. But I say that. Yeah, but how many does Barkley have, Keith? He has none. I don't know. I mean, again, Barkley's that name that was right there on the fence. I took Moses Malone over Barkley because I think Moses Malone was a better version of Charles Barkley. We also said that when doing this, we couldn't say, oh, if he played today, he wouldn't be good. That's garbage. He played against who he played against in the time that he played, and if they dominated that era, we have to consider that as he dominated that era. Because none of the old guys are going to be as good as they were then. Shaq was on the list. Shaq was definitely in. Kobe was definitely in. Jordan, MJ were in. I posted it. I think one that I put in was Willis Reed. And I think there's another one that I like. Willis Reed, I could probably move on.
We had a jury rig a housing that was basically the size of a beer keg.
But it was fun. And everybody's allowed to have their own list and their own opinion. Like, we were just trying to see if we could collectively as a group come together. Alright. Let's do this. Hey. Shohei Ohtani.
Just the detail. You could see the
Andrew Miller Green.
on the snout. The little jelly-filled sacs the shark used to sense electrical fields. The incredible
Jimmy Sherfy, Arizona. Base auto. Actually, guys, my list is final, and it's the way it is. You're not allowed to have your own opinion. Take that.
Resurrect air jaws in New Zealand. So far, several sharks have tracked behind
Yoshihisa Hirano for Arizona on the blue. And there's his base card if you were looking to do the rainbow. Now you can. Victor Caratini, Cubbies.
Shark Week is brought to you by Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. Leinenkugel Summer Shandy combines German-style Weiss beer with the taste of natural lemonade.
But sit down and really try to put together a non-biased top 20 list. For basketball, I think is maybe the only sport you can actually do it, because we were talking football. I was like, man, you have to do offense and defense separate. Albert Almora Jr. 3 autos in this box. Cubbies again.
Rebellion is food for the swim. Everything that tastes better than this.
Yeah, and all the color and numbered stuff, I will try to pull. I'll pull out after Harper Red or go over the numbering and stuff. Thomas Nito. That sure is Nito for the Mets. Willie Calhoun for the Rangers. Doesn't look like Willie. Looks like a S. What was the 5? It was the green. It was the Andrew Miller for Cleveland. 2 of 5. No.
Every day is
You see what your Ohtani finished at? No?
you can think about how big it is. How
Pretty good.
daunting, how challenging. Or you can face it. So everyone gets to where they need to go with standard 7-passenger seating. And no one runs out of battery with a vehicle wireless charging. And you'll stay the course with optional 8-inch touchscreen navigation. Because when you're in the Sorrento, there's no mountain lights that can't be counted.
Casey Gillespie. 8 of 10. Gold auto. Tampa Bay.
You want to learn magic?
Teach me, please, please.
Okay. I can teach you the rest spells, but that last 1%, that's up to you.
Gleyber Torres orange to 199 for the Yanks. Time. Trying to get the glare to go away as much as I can. Actually might be better like that. Keith Hernandez, the Mets. Old vet auto. Not numbered.
Bird shops in Cabela's for great deals on great gear, like savings of up to 40% or more on select men's and ladies' shoes and sandals, and save 25% or more on select camping gear. Bass Pro Shops in Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
Barkley has better per game everything.
Just any moving day. This is moving day with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots to help you stay connected.
That case is full.
And this
It's full, Colby.
Reliable service appointments in a 2-hour window, so you're up and running in no time. Show me decorating shows. This is staying connected with Xfinity to make moving simple, easy.
Paul Blackburn, Oakland.
Best Wi-Fi experience in 2-hour appointment windows. Click the call or visit the store today.
That's confident.
I know I'm not like dead center here, but I think I'm getting a little better or less glare. Hirano for Arizona again on the light blue.
Search one and done.
People think I'm trapped, but they're wrong. Today I'm just
Zach Granite, Minnesota. Okay, but even then, so let's say Barkley's in. I still think Dirk's in my top 20. I don't think Dirk wasn't number 20 for me. Like as weird as that sounds to me, like that really was weird. 10 of 10. Austin Hayes, gold rookie for Baltimore. Nice hit. Rookie auto.
But you're gonna have to be careful because there's 40 species of shark.
Melted.
This gelatin's gonna be completely different. Our major food source out there in the ocean.
We can't just go swimming into open waters full of sharks.
That's our only option. We get eaten alive, we get eaten alive.
I'm like addicted to Shark Week, man. Stanton on the blue, 50 of 50, eBay one-on-one.
Filmmakers Jeff Kerr and Chris Fellows have brought iconic scenes like this to the world.
6 of 50, Kyle Farmer. And I believe that's the Dodgers, right?
Orcas
Yes.
killed 5 great whites off South Africa and scattered the rest.
Well, you've come a long way. I hope you get what you wanted. It's a long way to go, but still wondering whether the sharks fly down here. To date, nobody's ever seen
Adrian Beltre gold auto for Texas. As I fumble it and throw it down. Sorry about that.
So they make pass after
3 of 10.
pass,
Card's in good shape.
but something isn't right.
I don't know, Chris. Maybe we need to try a different time of day. We've been trying for like 3 hours now, and no breaching.
I think we better try sunrise because we see most of our natural predation and breaching at or around sunrise. So
Reese Hoskins red, 59 of 99.
first thing in the morning.
It's just a reminder of how hard it is to capture these behaviors and how much time has to be put in. We usually succeed. Boy, have we failed in the past.
We've got our robotic seal we've just put out. It's swimming quite beautifully at the moment.
Well, there's no doubt Barkley was good. Beltre, 51 of 199.
$1,000 to make, and it swam about 10.
Justin Bohr blue,
Sharks took an interest in it.
52 of 149.
It was really interesting.
Greg Allen orange to 199. Verdugo blue to 299.
Then this really
Robbie Cano blue to 299.
He was so big, we nicknamed him Colossus.
Ryan McMahon, Colorado base auto.
I think it likes it. Oh my God.
Mickey Mantle blue to 149. The Mick.
So one last part of air from the bowels.
Justin Turner blue
He was toast.
to 299.
Mission can recover what's left. Hopefully the
Adam Jones orange to 199. Beltre blue with a 299. Joe Morgan dark blue to 149. Miguel Sano orange 199. Abreu blue to 299. Must be have a hot box here. Robbie Cano to 149. Goldschmidt to 99. Luke Weaver, St. Louis, base auto.
We lost Robosil, but at least we got the cameras back.
Harper orange to 199. Kenley Jensen light blue to 299.
My all-time favorite has to be the submarine.
Oh yes, the yellow Deathmobile.
Master breaker on, David Trinera on. I clearly remember almost sinking the boat every single time we launched that sub.
Yes, and it didn't make it into the film, but I remember not knowing how to control the buoyancy.
Tyler Wade for the Yanks.
It's not very healthy.
Base auto.
My ears were bleeding much of the time.
I think the best part was your ass hanging out the back.
Yeah, that was a great idea.
Yeah, but once you got it figured out, it was a pretty cool way to explore the shallows to see what the sharks were up to.
Devers. Red Sox. Auto. Nice. Kid's good. Much as I hate saying it, he's good.
No idea what I was doing. I was still able to drive the sub through a dozen or so great white sharks without getting killed.
White sharks breach most in the early morning.
JP Crawford, light blue to $2.99.
After sunrise, looking for their first breach in New Zealand.
Looks like the decoy's right.
What's up, boys?
Yeah, that's great. Checking.
Gary Sanchez, orange to $1.99.
Check the shark.
I mean, from here, it looks like a real seal following us.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sound of vibration that porpoising's making while it's dragging is probably going to take.
Doug, I know you're going to be upset, man, but I don't think I'm going to make the national. Ahmed Rosario, blue to $1.49. I know it's going to ruin your trip, buddy. Wow. That is insane. Dude, they show these great whites breaching, and like you've seen it so many times that it's not like new anymore. But you got to remember, these things are like the size of a school bus. And that's incredible. Imagine seeing a school bus fly out of the ocean.
The first air doors in New Zealand.
Hosmer,
An incredible bridge.
San Diego. On the auto.
I had my doubts, because we tried, and failed. What a breach!
When we return, the team relaunches the #1 gadget in Air Jaws history. The seal sled is back.
Bellinger, blue to $1.49.
Brought to you by Crest. Healthy, beautiful smiles for life.
Hoskins, blue. Nice.
I don't have to worry
To
about that.
$1.49.
Do I? Actually, you do. Harmful bacteria lurk just below the gum line.
Crest Gum Detoxify works below
Chance Cisco,
neutralize harmful bacteria,
Baltimore.
reverse early gum damage. And now there's
Nice.
new Crest Gum and Enamel Repair. It gives you clinically proven healthier gums and helps repair and strengthen weakened enamel. Gum Detoxify and Gum and Enamel Repair. From Crest.
Gums are good. So is my checkout.
Crest. Healthy, beautiful smiles for life.
At Burger
And now we've got our sealed envelope. I think the part maybe you guys have all been kind of wondering about.
Mix and match your Whopper with
What's in
crispy
there?
chicken or spicy crispy chicken.
So I'll tell you
2 for $6 mix and match deal. Only at Burger King.
right now. Good luck, guys.
Hey, Macarius, come on in.
First hit was the mantle. Next hit is a Cubs baseball autographed by Chris Bryant with the inscription 2016 World Series champs. Next is a Cardinals Stan Musial baseball. Would you like to see them? So Yankees, Cubs, Cardinals.
I finally figured out what card to get. Now, where to find the best deal?
Why don't I help?
What's that?
Cargoes. Color?
Silver.
1 mile, 2 gram below market value, 5-star dealer rating. Ooh, I'm beat.
Let's do it your way then.
Heard that.
Go to Cargoes today to find great deals from top-rated.
So this is the Cubbies ball. Chris Bryant, 2016 World Series champs. Fanatics COA. The thing is dope. Fanatics and MLB dual certed.
What's your biggest regret? What would you bring on a desert island?
Chocolate or vanilla?
So that's going to the Cubs. That's Ryan Melton.
Pass me
Very
any.
nice. And oh, I looked through there. There's your Mutual Ball, which has a Field of Dreams
Delicious
COA.
sandwiches for just $6. Like our flame grilled Whopper, made with 100% beef. Mix or match a Whopper with a crispy chicken.
And that goes to the Cardinals.
Crispy chicken. It's the 2 for $6 mix or match.
And that's Josh Tully.
Going somewhere. Here's some
Not cool.
advice.
What do you think? You okay?
30%. Trust this bird's words.
I move this stuff. And I'll log off, log back on, and we'll get into next break.
She races to the sea with her team, and they used her powers to help everyone get their things fixed.
Whoa. Everything okay with your friend out there?
Yeah, he's never seen a superhero before.
You about to come tomorrow? Come grab my balls, bud?
Great townhouse. Great neighborhood. Pizza, Pilates, public transit. It's all right here. It's so walkable.
You said I'm in town, bro. Really? You come grab balls tonight, buddy.
Love sharks.
Just kidding.
Tender and fledgling.
Just joking with you.
To support Oceania's hammerhead shark conservation efforts today. Happy Shark Week. Their presence incites fear. No, not them.
What do you guys think about that? Is that okay? Are you like, man, this sucks, or good? Opinions?
They're pinching each other in the tank.
Lady, you can sell. I want that 50,000. Sharks keep balance in our work.
There will be blood in the water.
You haven't been convinced.
I've been very convincing. Not at all. We got to pick one.
Short Tank meets Shark Week next.
All right, give me about 5 minutes, and I'll be right back with the next break.
Now that flowers
All right, thank you, dudes.
the first ever preaching.
Next up is Certified. Pick your team.